Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary for Wednesday, March the 28th. I'm Clay Emo, at Canuck Clay on Twitter, and I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I was going to save this video for tomorrow morning, but I'm too pumped up, I'm too jacked, I'm too excited, I'm too ready to go. I got to talk about this. I got to talk about the debate that's raging throughout the city since last night's 4-1 Canucks win over the visiting Anaheim Ducks. And of course, that's the debate between Team Tank and Team Win, or Team Anti-Tank, or whatever you want to call us. Yes, us. I can barely say Team Tank. I almost throw up in my mouth when I say it. I kind of get it, but I don't agree with it, and here's why. Okay, a couple things. Firstly, I acknowledge and I understand. I'm not an idiot. I understand that the lower the Canucks finish in the standings, the better chance they have at winning the draft lottery. I get it. I acknowledge and I understand that the lower the Canucks finish in the standings, they also get a higher pick in subsequent draft rounds in the 2018 draft. I get that. And I also understand and acknowledge that in this draft, the consensus #1 pick is a potentially generational player in defenseman Rasmus Dahlin. I get that. I would also never say that a Team Tank person is not a true Canucks fan. I can't say that. I don't know you. I can't judge you. I don't want to judge you. You may be a very passionate fan. You may be a very loyal fan. A lot of Team Tank members are smart fans too. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. And it has nothing to do with whether or not you spend money going to the games, as a couple other media members have suggested. That's not for me to judge either. But the same respect and courtesy that I give to you, I would ask that you do the same for me. So because I want the Canucks to win, don't call me an idiot. Don't call me a dummy or stupid, or don't call me not a true fan just because I want the team to win. And I've seen many people, especially on Twitter, the vocal minority, or I don't know, the minority, majority, whatever, people on Twitter have been labeling us Canucks fans that want to see the team win as not really fans, or they've been insulting our intelligence. That doesn't make sense to me. Here's why I want the Canucks to win. As a season ticket holder for 8 years now, I invest a lot of time and money into the team, just like many Team Tank members probably do. But for me, the value, how I judge things, is when I go to the games, I want to be entertained. And for me to be entertained, that means the Canucks usually have to be playing well. And if the Canucks are playing well, that should give them a decent chance to win on most nights. So if I want to be entertained, ultimately, by following that through, it usually means that the Canucks will have a good chance, or a chance of winning the game. So ultimately, I want to see the Canucks win. That's how I find the most joy in going to these games. That's how I feel most rewarded by spending my time and money and watching this team and going to these games. And I understand that a win or two may drop us a couple spots in the draft lottery. I get that. I understand the math. I understand the theory. But in my heart of hearts, what it boils down to is I want the Canucks to win. I want to be entertained, they'll play well, and ultimately, hopefully, win the game. That's what I want. I know the players want to win. I heard Todd Bertuzzi say that on the radio on Tuesday morning. I heard Alex Biega say that in a post-game interview on TV after the win on Tuesday night. I can't see any Canucks player, any player in a professional league, getting paid to be the best in the world at what you do. I can't see any of them mailing it in or not wanting to win the game for the sake of a lottery, a lottery spot or a draft position or two. And to suggest that guys like Brandon Sutter or Sam Gagner or Alex Biega step up their game now intentionally when they know that nothing's on the line yet, but they can mess up a draft position, that doesn't make sense to me. Hockey is a game of inches. It's a game of opportunity. It's a game of mistakes. And it's a game of adjusting to your opponent. And on Tuesday night, inexplicably, the Ducks did not show up for a game where they're fighting for their playoff lives, fighting for one of the last 2 wildcard spots in the Western Conference. So Anaheim played bad. Some connected to that, the Canucks played well, and they made Anaheim look very bad. But you can't expect guys like Gagner and Sutter not to try or not to want to win just because they want to fall a couple spots in the standings. That doesn't make sense. And I also don't subscribe to the fact that they're playing better, or that they're changing their effort level now in a mean-nothing game. I think they were trying just as hard at the start of the season. I think they were trying just as hard in December when the Canucks were actually in a playoff spot. I think they were trying just as hard in January, February when they were trying to get through all the injuries and through the dark part of the season. But because hockey is a game of opportunity, a chance, and of adjusting your opponent, things aren't always going to go the way you want. Just because you can't just impose your will and things are going to work out. Just because you play well doesn't always mean you're going to win, and just because you play poorly doesn't mean you're always going to lose. It's more complicated than that. And I think it's kind of too elementary or too simplistic to say, oh, Brandon Sutter is just stepping up his game now intentionally at the end of the season when the games mean nothing. And speaking of hockey being a game of inches, all it took was an inch or two, and now we're talking about one less Brandon Sutter goal and one more Bo Horvat goal. Because Jussi Jokinen and Horvat had a 2-on-1 with the Ducks net empty with 1 minute to go. They crossed the blue line, and Jokinen's pass went in the Ducks defenseman's skates. If that pass gets through, Horvat scores the goal, and now we're talking about Horvat having one of the 4 goals instead of Sutter having 2 of the 4 goals. That's what I mean about hockey being a game of inches. But more importantly, as a fan who spends money and time following this team, I want to see them win. I truly do, and I think the players want to win, and that's why I'm sitting. I'll never be on Team Tank. So Team Tank, do what you got to do. You do you. I won't say you're cheering for the team to lose. Maybe you are, but you can cheer how you want. I can't tell you how to do that, but I'm not going to insult your intelligence, and I'm not going to judge your motivations, and I expect you to afford the same courtesy and same respect to me. Thank you. Canucks fans, I'd love for you to comment below. This is a very divisive topic. I'm sure your comments will be divisive on this. Are you Team Tank? Are you on Team Anti-Tank? Leave a comment below. I would love to read and react. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Give this video a like if you like what I'm saying. Not necessarily agree, but at least you appreciate where I'm coming from and that you appreciate Canucks fandom all over the place. Yes, I'm passionate. I'm a long-time season ticket holder. I love the team, and I want to see them win. God bless, and go Canucks go.